It's time to talk about Middle Tennessee Christian School sports. It's MTCS Cougar Corner, presented by Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance. Each week we sit down with the coaches to recap the latest games and preview what's ahead. It's time to talk about the orange and white on MTCS Cougar Corner, right here on WGNS and Big G TV. Stay tuned, the show is coming up right after this message from our sponsors.
Middle Tennessee Christian School, training for eternity.
The large majority of our kids are involved in athletics or extracurricular activities, one or the other, and most are doing multiple activities.
MTCS President Matt Tiller.
And that's a great preparation for life. How many of us in our life are just doing one thing? So a well-rounded student is a huge deal.
Invest in your child's future in a Christ-centered environment with many athletic and extracurricular choices.
Without a doubt, our students have the opportunity to be involved in multiple activities.
To find out more, visit mtcscougars.org.
Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance takes great pride in treating local athletes here in Rutherford County. Here's Dr. Russell McKissick with TOA.
We have a passion here for taking care of our athletes here in Rutherford County. We really do our best to take care of them.
Experts in joint, bones, and muscles.
Many years we've been taking care of athletes around here, and we've just picked up where Dr. John started, and we just keep going.
TOA has a playbook that gets you back in the game. To request an appointment, visit TOA.com or call 855-NEED-TOA. TOA, live your best life.
Middle Tennessee Christian School, training for eternity.
People love to see us on the schedule when they have a home game because our fans show up.
MTCS President Matt Tiller.
The way we travel is just phenomenal. Our parents and our community are fully engaged in our school. When we compete, we're trying to do it in a way that honors God. We want to win. We also want to do it in a way that pleases Him.
Providing Christian values and academic excellence in a nurturing environment. That's Middle Tennessee Christian School. Invest in the future of your child. Find out more at mtcscougars.org.
We're back for MTCS Cougar Corner, presented by Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance and fueled by Donut Country and McDonald's on 1019, 100.5, 1450, WGNSSports.com, and Big G TV.
And we welcome you back here to MTCS Cougar Corner, and we have a new guy here. Yes, we do, but he's not new to MTCS. Brennen King is with us, our guest, the head coach of the Cougars, and an interesting way that all this has come about. Really, I mean, you weren't expecting to be the head coach, for what I understand, but you're there now. That's the important thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's as Jamie, stepped down last year, and I decided that I was going to just help out when I could, and and when the game started, I was going to be a dad and just watch Caden play. So
didn't turn out, but now you're going to watch him.
Yeah, we're still watching him now from the dugout, and it's been a good I wouldn't say easy transition, but it's been it's been good so far.
I was we're talking off out in the lobby there, and I'm kind of it's kind of weird because I interviewed your dad so many times, and now I am doing the son, and there is no guy that I probably respect more in any sport than him. Of course, I used to send in some players when he was at Oakland, but he's I guess how has he during all this? How has he been a part of your situation? Because I know he comes to every game just about.
He does, and he comes to every practice. So he has been really good. I mean, I call him every morning, and maybe sometimes I don't want to have the conversation, and he definitely of course he's been he did it for so many years and was very successful at it, and his advice is you can't ask for better advice, and he leads me in a way that, or gives me suggestions in a way that it may be some stuff where he said, hey, I may have done this wrong, you don't want to do this, but it's been very it's been very good. I mean, having him around, he's very knowledgeable. He knows how to handle a lot of things that maybe I struggle with. So
it's good to have that, and he's got experience in any kind of situation. Yeah. I would think with parents, with players, that kind of thing. But enough about him. Okay, but I did want to ask you. I'm dying to ask you, since we have a little longer time to talk about your Dodger days, because that's going back. I know you're older now, but I always blamed Adrian Beltre for you had a really good minor league career with them. And how was that experience as a minor leaguer?
Oh, I mean, it was it's something that I'll never trade. It was something I've been wanting to do since I was a little kid, and I get Caden sometimes when he was little. He'd always ask me, "Why did you not make it?" And it was you talk to him, and you got to be in the right spot, the right situation. And I had a guy that was in front of me who is a Hall of Famer, and
so I was really right about that.
Yeah.
I made that comment several times. I said, what are the odds of Beltre being there all those years? But the experience of being on a minor league team, how much different is it? It's like they don't talk about riding the buses and that kind of thing, but AAA is I would think a little bit different than single A or low A, right?
Yeah, it's when I get people ask me all the time, it gets better each year you go up. Yeah. If that makes sense. It gets,
and you got married during that period of time, correct?
I did.
Yeah.
Kristen, in 2003, we got married, and, it was, it's like I keep saying, it was, AAA was a lot better. I mean, you're facing guys who have, been in the big leagues, and they're coming back down to, but like I said, it was definitely 10 years that I would not have trade. So.
Yeah. Never a trade or anything that possibly could have changed your whole thing, couldn't it?
Yeah. Well, in what was it? Can't even. The years are starting to. It was after I was a 6-year free agent, and then I signed with Philadelphia.
Uh-huh.
So went to big league camp with them, and I was having some really good big league spring trainings, and there was some talks about maybe making the team out of spring training, and then. I know 2 days before the team broke camp, they signed Matt Stairs, and I said I'm going back down. So it was,
When did you know that? Okay, I'm done. I mean,
it was. I knew probably it was time for me to start being at home.
Yeah.
With Caden was getting at the age, and Kristen needed my help probably more at home and it was. I always told myself I wasn't going to be a guy that hung on and kind of, that chapter in my life was, like I said, it was something I'll never regret or never take, but it was time for me to move on to another chapter. So.
It's a hard life, really, isn't it? I mean, it's not, people think that's you're in the, but it's a lot of travel and a lot of, It's not as easy as it looks.
Right. It is definitely a hard road for sure, and it's a lot of ups, a lot of downs, and it's one thing try to stress to our guys is can in baseball you can't ever get too high and you can never get too low. And we always talk about, we preach at that, stay in that even keel. So
there's a lot of games. It's not like football. You have one game a week and that's it.
That's right.
Let's talk about this current. I'm going to quit asking personal stuff. But I've known you for 15 years and I've never asked you that. But the Middle Tennessee Christian School Cougars have had great years in the last few years, and Jamie Carver was part of that, and you were part of that. But you've had really good players and good pitching. What are these Cougars? Tell us a little bit the strengths that you see in them that are coming up.
Well, I think biggest thing is we are senior. We have some senior experience, veteran guys is what I say, and we talked about our MO. We're going to pitch it. I think we're going to throw it really, especially on Monday and Tuesdays. We'll, and then even on the back ends on Thursday and Friday games, our pitching is probably what our strength is. So.
And is it depth? You have more depth, because I know you've always had number one, but maybe the 2-3 or the 3-4, it may have been a little bit. trying to find somebody to fill in that spot?
Yes, it is depth. I mean, it's all the way from senior all the way. We have some other junior guys who have stepped up and who have worked hard in the off season and I think are going to get some valuable innings for us. And then our freshman group, they have some really good arms down in there, and that's I see them helping us out too. But yeah, so pitching for sure is definitely our key.
When you see why is it that MTCS can produce really good pitchers and good baseball teams? And because you're small, I mean, in the everybody wants to play other sports,
right?
But it seems to be a strong part of MTCS's creed over the years that the baseball team is really good.
Well, I mean, I think it goes back to Jamie. I mean, he has really worked himself to building a top-notch program that I think that has garnered some respect across the state. I mean, it's one of those he's worked very tirelessly. I mean, he's put a good product on the field, and I think when people see that, I think that attracts and wants to maybe come and play for us. So
that's some big pitching arms in the last few years, and you get them signed to colleges too. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah,
it's a really good thing, Brennen, too, to me, that you and Jamie know each other so well and get along so well that y'all are able to do what you're fixing to do and still talk to each other. And Jamie will know when to be quiet, when not, when to ask. When you want advice, you'll ask for it.
Yeah,
that's a good situation to have, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I mean, it was when they asked me, "Would you take over this?" I mean, my first call was to Jamie. I mean, Jamie's a very close friend of mine. His baseball knowledge is, it is tremendous. I mean, just like the other night, I was telling somebody Tuesday night, he was in the dugout, of course, and we switched roles. I went to third base, and I always felt like Jamie was 2 steps ahead of me that night. It was, hey, we're going to make this call. We're going to let's do this, and it was very good. He handled the pitching staff really well. It's a good situation. I think it's a good situation for the kids too.
Yeah, and I was going to ask that. It's comforting, I guess, for the kids, to know, hey, he didn't really, we still got him. He's still around, and that's good for everybody, I guess.
Right, it is. I think it was a comfort issue. It was, the first day that I told him, I said I'm going to make some phone calls because it was actually just be by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go, and I'm having to look, and then, of course, Jamie called Jamie, and he said, "Yeah, I'm in." Of course, he said, "I'm not going to do it as, because Jamie's got kids too, and he's got
at that age too.
Other age too, and he's got other stuff that he has to do. And then, I made a phone call to Seth Gardner too. Seth Gardner played at Murray State and really good ball player at Cascade, and he is a very good, young-minded coach, and I could actually see him, if he sticks with it, doing it for a while. So, and then of course I called. I got some other guys, Robert Prosser, who last year was doing the grill for us, and he's a good baseball-minded guy. He's coming in the dugout too, and Eric Culpepper. So yeah,
those are names on. You kind of used the ties that you had, right? And to get a coaching staff, that kind of thing.
Absolutely,
pretty amazing story. It's an amazing story in itself. But I was kind of shocked that they convinced you, because I know you've been under a coach as a dad for years and years, and I'm super glad that they did. But at the same time, you got your kids and the wife, and what made you take it? I mean, really, just the urge to do that, with the kid and everybody else,
I don't know if there was really an urge to, but I felt like.
Did they have to convince you, I guess is what I'm saying?
It was just one. Jason just, sat me down and talked about, and just kind of went through some different steps and stuff, and it was, he asked me, would you do it? And I guess me knowing those kids and having a heart for him, and it was just one of those ones that I couldn't say no.
It's really a no-brainer.
It was a no-brainer. Yeah. So
let's talk a little bit about the Cougars. I keep going back to you and the things, but the pitching, and then let's talk a little bit. Let's name a few names, and it starts with pitching and it starts with defense, and let's go around the infield here a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, in the outfield, we have some Houston Allen, who was with us last year. Good ball player, has really worked hard in the weight room, and he's actually going to be an arm that we were talking about, that we're going to need on the mound. Caleb Curry is another outfielder who actually took 2 years off. 2 years off, and has come back as a senior, and it's one of those ones. It's a really cool story for him. It's one of those ones you can tell by the way he plays the game. It's like it's his last go at it, and he's going to play like it, and he's shown that.
It's kind of like he relearned to love it, didn't he?
That's right.
Take a couple of days, couple years off.
Yes, and then of course Eric Bowling's another guy. He's a senior. He's coming back to us. Probably one of the best athletes that I've seen. I mean, he's a really good football player for the Cougars, and he's another arm that's going to throw for us. And then we got some younger, we also got a utility guy, Tate Cantrell, who actually, it's a pretty cool story. He actually 2 weeks ago has just found out that he has a torn labrum, and he's playing with the torn labrum.
Oh, wow.
So it's he's one of those two, kind of like he's leaving it all out there and just trying to see how long he can keep going, and that's been a very valuable asset to our team.
It's hard to give up the senior year. It's hard to give up a year in any sport, but to do that's pretty amazing that he's doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and then we got some young fill-in guys that who are will spell us some roles that if we have to make a defense replacement in the outfield, we have some guys. Hampton Harville, who's going to be a really good ball player too, and we got an 8th grader, Jason Spray Jr., who's with us too, and he is going to be a special player. So
that name sounds familiar.
Yeah, yep. So, yeah.
Let's talk about you mentioned arms. Is it a situation too where, of course, I know in single A and double A there's a lot of pitching. They play other positions when they're not pitching. Right. So is that going to be the case with Middle Tennessee Christian?
Yeah, we do. So the whole outfield I just read to you. I feel like 3 of the 4 arms will have to throw for us.
And is that where they go? From what I understand, a lot of times you do put them in the outfield, mainly I guess to save arm and maybe injuries, maybe not occurring so much because you got to have them.
Right, and it's we're fortunate enough to or if we have to put them in a DH role, we'll do that, and that is our biggest thing. Jamie does a big good job with that. We definitely want to protect arms. We don't want to put them in a situation to where if they pitch, then have to go out to right field and try to throw somebody out to plate. Right. We don't want to put a kid in danger. So.
Right. Talk about your infield.
We got our infield at third. We got Brandon Scarlato. He's just really good. He's a great athlete. I mean, the other night I think he went 3 for 4 with a homer, and he's sophomore, going to be a really good ball player. And then another pitcher at short, Nate Fogel. He's at short and does a really good job. I challenged him to be, he's the captain of the infield. I always tell the shortstops, you're the captain, and he seems like he has really embraced that role, and great teammate, knows how to lead the guys the right way. And then at second, we got a freshman, Trenton Finley, who he goes behind the plate too sometimes, but again, another, could be a special ball player. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, at first we got Drew Prosser played there the other night, and has made the switch from third to first, and has really, really taken that role. I mean, he's really worked hard at it, and great, really good hands, and of course, what he does with the bat. He's a pretty thumper in there, and Caden, Caden will play first too sometimes when he's not pitching. So.
Yeah. Who's catching?
Monday night, TJ, or Tuesday night, TJ catches, and then that's another. TJ is also, Finley. He plays short, and he's he's a utility guy, and TJ's kind of changed his role a little bit. He's going to catch for us some here and there, but he's also, of course, going to Radford to pitch. So he threw the other night and threw it really well. So he's another arm that we've added to it, and it's of course it's been a blessing too. So
Brennen King's our guest on Cougar Corner. It seems like, Brennen, you have a great combination of youth and that senior leadership, and that's pretty that's pretty valuable in itself. You got an 8th grader you mentioned. You've got a freshman playing. Mixing that all together, though, it comes up for a good combination. I mean, really.
Oh, it does. I mean, it's one of those things too. I challenge the older guys to help the younger guys, and I've also challenged the younger guys to listen to the older guys, because they've been in your shoes before. So it is a good mixture, of course. And that's one thing that we talk about, and if you asked any of the players, I think they would tell you, I'm big about a team. Being a team atmosphere, pulling from one another, and not necessarily just in it. These are days that I keep telling them that they're not going to forget. You're going to remember these days. You're going to remember these days, and
you remember yours.
I do.
Right? Yeah.
I do. We had a really good team, of course, and it was it's so. And I always preach to our guys. You can be a really good ball player, but you can also be a good dude. Be a good dude.
Exactly.
And then I said, I always preach to them too. It's how do you want to be remembered? So,
I don't know why, but I always feel like baseball teaches that more than anything. Like self-discipline and how you treat people, and because it's not always, if you bat 3, you're 1 for 3, you're batting 300, and that's,
right.
You're always going to fail a little bit.
Oh yeah.
I think it teaches a lesson.
It does.
Before I let you go, I wanted to mention one more thing. You've all the coaches. I know you've had Lasorda. You've had all of them. I mean, a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
Mac Hawks.
Yeah.
He's something really special. I mean, he's just kind of quiet mannerisms, but when he's mad. He's Yeah. What was it like playing under him?
Oh, I mean, it was. I still talk to Coach Hawks a lot. I'll send him a text message. He may send me one here and there too. It was very, of course, it was very good 4 years that I was at Oakland. I mean, Coach Hawks does of course, he still does his thing, and he's winning games. And like you said, you knew he set the. You gained his respect and his attention, and you knew when he was upset, and he taught us that there's a lot of stuff that I'm trying to teach these MTCS guys is play the game hard, and that's what I thought he coached us. So
yeah, do you remember the infield you played with?
I do.
I bet you know them by heart, right?
I do.
Vaughn, one of them.
We had Shane Vaughn
Yep.
second, Casey Rauschenberger at third, Jason Sharber at first. That was kind of a split between
Jerry Knox.
I remember, I remember the outfield. I know from all the I could tell you go back and it's like I tell our guys, I can remember more high school games than I probably do pro games.
Yeah, because you just mentioned that you're going to remember these games.
Yeah.
And so you remember just about everybody that played, and you probably could name them if I gave you enough time.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of what you want to teach them.
That's what I'm trying to teach them. It's I stay in contact with a lot of my high school guys more than I probably do with pro guys that I played with.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean you go to their house every weekend,
right.
But yeah, and the little reunions that you have.
Oh yeah,
it's kind of special.
So it is very special.
Brennen, it's been great talking to you, and good luck with the MTCS this year. I think they're in good hands, and even added bonus, Jamie has to mow the yard.
That's
has
right.
to mow the outfield.
An edge. So,
And edge. Let's don't forget. You know who's in charge. Tell them who's in charge.
That's right.
That's going to do it for Cougar Corner for Brian Barrett and Dalton Barrett and Danny Brewer. This is John Dinkins. And we'll see you. I don't know. I think this is going to be. I think this is our last show. Actually, I think this is the last day. So anyway, but go out and see some MTCS baseball. It's out there, man, and they're a good ball club. And you'll see Coach Carver mowing the yard, mowing the outfield because Brennen wants it too. All right, that's going to do it. So long, everybody.